morning, guys. It's me, Sandra, TTC 45, coming to you with another bump date. But before I get into the bump date, I want to introduce myself to my new subscribers. I appreciate you guys clicking and subscribing to my channel and following me on this journey. My name is Sandra. I am a mom of advanced maternal age. I have 4 adult children and 1 toddler that I had via IVF using double donor, a donor egg and donor sperm. I started this journey back when I was 45 years old, which is why my name is TTC 45. I started this journey at 45 years old after I came across YouTube channels of single mom by choice. I always wanted another child, but never found Mr. Right after I divorced Mr. Wrong. And so I didn't think it was possible that it can happen until I came across YouTube. And I started this journey trying to use my own eggs, which in my opinion I think would have worked if I would have had the right professionals to do it. But instead I ended up losing an ovary in the process, and I gave up on trying to use my own eggs and went into donor eggs because I was offered donor egg by one of my family members, and I took her up on her offer because I wanted to make sure that my blood was running through my baby's veins. So I never regretted that decision. I love my baby. I chose her sperm donor from International Cryogenetics, which is located in Michigan. They are a international sperm bank, which means most, probably 99% of their donors are of international descendant. They not really, I don't really remember seeing any of them American. The good thing is that they only use doctors and lawyers for their donation. You can go and look up on their website and they'll explain why, but that's all they use. My donor is a Indian medical doctor, and I chose him because that was as closest to a color donor that I was going to get. But anyway, I am on this journey again because I wanted to give my toddler baby a sibling more close to her age, and got looked up on 2. I am currently pregnant with monodi identical twins. Monodi twins are twins that share the same gestational sac. They share the same placenta, but they have 2 separate amniotic sacs. They are what they consider high-risk twin pregnancy, but they're not the highest risk twin pregnancy. The actual highest risk twin pregnancy are Momo twins because they share everything. And then there's also the Dai twins, which is something that one of my TTC sisters, Simple Blessings, is having. She's having Dai twins, and I've had Dai twins, so this is not my first rodeo with twins. I had Dai twins 25 years ago, and Dai twins, they have separate everything: separate gestational sac, separate amniotic sac, separate placenta, so they are the lowest risk when it comes to twin pregnancies. So yes, ladies, this is my journey. I am due in January, but because I am having monodi twins, which are a risk, I am being induced on December the 27th, which I will be 36 and 4 days, 3 days, somewhere to that effect. But anyway, that time is approaching really quick. Today I am 29 weeks. What am I? I'm pushing myself. I'm 28 weeks and 6 days. Tomorrow I will be 29 weeks, the dreaded 29 weeks. Why is that the dreaded 29 weeks? Because that's the week I had my Dai twins. I had them at about 29 and a half weeks, and they were in the NICU for about 2 months, if not longer. I don't remember, but that was just the most toughest time of my life. I don't want to go through that again, so I am praying that these babies make it to at least 34 weeks, because that will give them less NICU time, but it will be even more grateful if they make it all the way to my induction date, which is at 36 weeks, because then they'll have no NICU time. So when I had my Dai twins at 29 weeks, one was a little over 3 pounds. The other one was a little over 4 pounds. At the time, the doctor told me that that was a little big for my gestational age because I was gestational diabetic, but it wasn't abnormal because of the fact that I was gestational diabetic. I don't know. I've seen people have babies bigger than that, but who knows? So today I'm on my way to my maternal fetal medicine, who's gonna finally do a growth scan. Boy, these growth scans once a month, it be killing me, because that's what all I be looking forward to, is the growth scans, to see, not only to see how big the babies are, but to make sure that the babies are close in size and not kind of one vendoring off from the other, because that's a sign that something is wrong. So I only get these scans once a month. After today, I will start getting them every 3 weeks. So, but I'm due to have NSTs, the non-stress test, starting in about a week and a half, because I'll be 30 weeks then. And with the non-stress test, I was told that you do have an ultrasound with those tests. They first do the non-stress test where they just listen to the baby's heartbeat and they check for movement of the baby, and after they listen to the heartbeat and check the movement, then they send you across to ultrasound to check the fluids. So those are the things that they do. So there's probably not going to be as much of a scan that I'm used to having, because they'll only be checking the fluids. But that's okay. Just, you know, it always eases my mind to know that the heart rates is where they should be and the babies are moving like they should be, because sometimes I always feel baby A move, but I never really feel baby B move. And then I feel baby B move, but it just be real little. But baby B is the one that I always flip-flop all the doggone time. So I'm not sure. All I know is that I am getting big as a house. My stomach is really, really tight. I'm starting to have round ligament pains. I just think right now I'm just carrying all baby. I am starting to swell up a little more. I did talk to my OB about that on my last visit with her, and as usual, she just said, you know, keep my feet elevated above my chest area. I don't know how she expects for me to do that. I think I can only do that if I'm having you know what. But anyway, I have been wearing my compression tights and my compression socks. That helps keep the swelling down. It just becomes uncomfortable when you wear it so long. And I wear masks a lot to try to keep the swelling down. You can tell when I have swelling, because when I step on that scale, Lord Jesus, it'd be like, where the heck did that weight come from? Because just a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't nowhere near that big. But yeah, it's starting to get a little bit swelling up in my feet and in my legs, but overall I still feel great. Like I said, I have the round ligament pains. My boobs are still sore. It's still a little difficult for me to do anything below the waist. Let me see, what else am I having? And that's it. I'm still having Braxton Hicks contractions. She, you know, got me looking out for regular contractions, but so far so good. These painful McKenna shots is doing its job. So that's been wonderful. So I'm really, really hopeful that I can actually make it. I've had to wear my belly band belt or whatever you want to call it a lot more lately because the babies are so low on my pelvic area. When I do feel the Braxton Hicks contractions, I be thinking it's the real thing because they so low. But with the pregnancy maternal belt, it keeps them up a little bit more. I am going to be doing a baby buy video in my next video, and I'm going to be showing you guys some of the things that I've purchased. I've purchased a lot more stuff now that I'm getting closer to December. We are already in the month of November, so I've purchased a lot more. What I've been doing is taking some of the things that's on my registry that I'm on with Amazon. I've been taking some of those things and purchasing them either off of Facebook marketing if somebody is selling it and it's gently used or in excellent condition, or I've been finding it online through either eBay, Mercari, or Poshmark. So I've been trying to empty that list myself. I don't want to, depend on anybody to help me out, but at the same token, if there are people out there that want to help me, they're more than welcome. I am going to do a online, I don't want to call it baby shower because it's not really a baby shower. It's really just going to be me opening up gifts that other people bought me. I'm starting to get gifts again now that I've given out the registry address. So I am going to do that probably the first Sunday of December, no later than the second Sunday of December. I'm going to post that information sometime the end of this month, and I want to do it then so that if there's anything that I have not received by that point that I really, really need, I can make sure that I get it. So, like I said, I'm on my way to maternal fetal medicine. Once I leave maternal fetal medicine, I will update you guys as to how big the babies are and what else could be going on with the babies. Okay, ladies, stay tuned. Hey ladies, I am in the middle of my ultrasound. Still got my little wet belly out. It's always a long visit with these twins. I don't know why she had to leave, but hopefully everything is all good. And she told me not to wipe off until she come back in here. So I'll update you guys in a minute. Bye. Alright ladies, I'm back. I just left the maternal fetal medicine, and this was a long appointment again. This one lasted a whole hour and a few minutes. The sonographer was saying as the babies start to get bigger, it becomes harder to measure them, especially when they're identical twins, because they are so close. They're in the same gestational sac and they're so close. And my babies, they stay on top of each other. That is why they have a hard time getting good photos of them, because when they try to get a facial picture of one baby, the other baby legs or arms or whatever may be crossing the face or doing something where they're not able to get the picture. So they stay really, really close. Both babies, surprisingly, heads are down. You know, every time I come each week, even when I'm at the OB, they always be in different positions. I think last week when I was at the OB where one head was up, one was in breech, A was breech, and B was transverse. So B was in the process of moving either to the bottom or to the top, but B was going across. So they was like in a T formation. And so today they are both heads down. I can't even say that that'll be the same come next week, because every time I get a scan, they are always in different positions. I'm not sure when they're going to run out of room. I thought by now they would have ran out of room, but obviously not, because they're still moving around. But they are very close, and it made it very difficult for her to get the measurements she needed. She had to stop in the middle of the scan to leave. I got kind of nervous because they've never done that. Stopped in the middle of the scan. The only time they've done that is when I had my echocardiogram and my anatomy scan. They did that just to give me a break because the scan was very long. But this time she stopped because she said she had to go take a look at something and she'd be back. And so when she came back, she's like, all right, I have to take a couple of pictures over. But I thought something was wrong, the reason why she stopped and did that. So she took a couple pictures. She wasn't able to get a picture of baby A because baby A was facing down. They're usually not able to get a picture of the baby if their face is going down. Baby B face was up. However, like I was saying, you know, they're so close to each other to a point where they almost are hugging each other that it's hard to get pictures. Even if they're facing up, you're not able to get like this full picture. This is exactly why I am going to do a private scan. I got an appointment coming up for a private scan next week. And the reason why I'm doing a private scan is because that's all they're going to be focused on is the face of the baby instead of being focused on any other parts of the body. Because when you're focused on other parts of the body and it's taking you too long to get done what you need to get done, you don't really have time to be trying to get a photo of the baby. So I can understand that they don't, you know, really take the time to try to get the baby to turn around or what have you to get a picture, because they've been to spend so much time trying to get other ones. But here is the picture of baby B. She don't too much look like her twin on this picture, but she definitely looked like Pebbles. When I compare that picture to Pebbles' ultrasound picture, they look almost identical. So she definitely looked like Pebbles. So I do believe these babies are going to favor Pebbles. I don't think they're going to look just like her, but I do believe that they are going to favor her because they do have a lot of the same features. I've been paying attention to that since I've been getting the 3D pictures. I've been kind of comparing them to Pebbles, and they definitely have some similarities. So I don't go back for another growth scan until the day after Thanksgiving, but I did find out that, you know, I will still have scans with my NST, but they just going to be just to be checking the fluids. My OB, she is still going to see me every 2 weeks. She's not going to switch it to weekly unless there's something wrong. You should see the facial expressions on the maternal fetal medicine when they come in there. They be like in total awe of the fact that I am doing so well. He was just so amazed. He was like, I mean, what can I say? He said, you are doing absolutely wonderful. He said the babies are doing good. They only have a 1% discordance in weight. Baby A was 2 pounds 15 ounces, so 1 more ounce should be 3 pounds. Baby B was 2 pounds 14 ounces, so 2 more ounces should be 3 pounds. He said that is the 43 percentile, so they are growing very well. He said, they expect them to be more on the smaller size because they are twins, but they are doing very well in their size. And to me, that was just about how big one of my twins was. The other twin was over 4 pounds, but my little twin was a little bit over 3 pounds when he was born. He was 3 pounds 2 ounces, and I was like 29 and a half weeks. So it seemed like these babies are going to be pretty much about the same size as hold on ladies, I'm getting a phone call. The same size as my little twin was when he was a baby. So I'm glad that they're now overgrown. I had my doctor's appointment with my endocrinologist yesterday. She was so proud of me. She told me, she said, without having to give up too much information, she said, I must say you are doing better than any of my patients when it comes to keeping your sugars where they need to be. My OB, she always compliment me on a job well done. Every time I come to visit her, she always tell me how good I'm doing. She told me I'm one of her easy patients. She said even though I have a lot of things going on with me and a lot of complications, she said it's so easy with me because every time I come, nothing is wrong. She doesn't have to do anything, extra or change anything extra just to make sure that the babies be okay because I be doing so well. So I'm hoping this stays around. But that's all I have for you today, ladies. I'm coming down with a cold because Pebbles got a cold, and every time she gets sick, I get sick. But that's all I have for you, ladies. I am going to keep you updated all the way up until birth. I may be, and this is not even 100% sure, but I may be going to my family's house for Thanksgiving, which means that the cat will really be out of the bed because right now nobody on my immediate family knows I'm pregnant because I haven't told nobody over there. But of course, if I go to the Thanksgiving feast, everybody will know. But I'm just not in the mood for cooking this Thanksgiving. Like I said, I'm getting heavy and I'm just getting exhausted and I just don't feel like doing it. So unless one of my daughters volunteer to cook for Thanksgiving, that will be the only way I stay home. If they don't volunteer to come cook for Thanksgiving, most likely I will be going to my family feast. So I'm sending love and baby dust to all of you ladies that's still out there on your journey. Those of you who are waiting test results to get started, or surgeries or biopsies, or whatever it is that it takes. Those of you who are on your self-care journey, trying to get your health in order and your body in order, I am rooting for you ladies, praying that 2022 be your year of bringing home your babies, whether it be your rainbow baby or your first time baby or your adoptive baby or whatever baby you're expecting. I'm praying that God will work it out for you ladies and that you get your baby in 2022. And I'm sending hugs and love to those who have had BFNs. I know some of you ladies have recently did a pregnancy test and the test was negative. Delayed does not mean denial. Just because it doesn't happen at this moment doesn't mean it's not going to happen. I've been through that. I know what it's like getting them negative tests and even getting a positive test that later turns negative. So just stay in the race. Don't give up. You will be blessed. So if you guys want to reach out to me, feel more than welcome. I am on Instagram at Road to IVF Baby number 2. And I'll talk to you ladies later. Ladies later. Bye, lady. Love you.